My family is from a rural community, and they're Democrats for the most part. And my grandfather, my dad's dad, was a Democrat, and I started off my early teen years, or like right around the age of 9 and 10, as someone who thought I was a Democrat, and I learned what a Democrat was through the campaign of Bill Clinton, his election in 1992, and so on, and the rest is history. I have been a loyal Clinton soldier, like I like to say, for the last 25, 26 years. That has changed recently. And first of all, I voted for Hillary in the primary against Barack Obama. I believe that she should have been president first before Barack Obama at the time, and that Barack could come later just because of his age. But all of that changed in this pivotal moment when I was at a party in Washington, D.C. the night of the general election in 2016. Of course, I wanted Hillary to win. I noticed in this party with lots of all radically liberal Democrats, or mostly very left Democrats, and some people that work in politics in Northwest Washington, D.C. And I saw that Hillary was losing Wisconsin and Trump was winning. And I had this out-of-body experience. All these people started crying, throwing up when they called the election for Trump. One girl, I remember going in the bathroom and puking in the toilet, everything slowed down, and this person that was at the party went, "Michael, why aren't you mad? Why aren't you crying?" And I just decided in that moment, I changed fundamentally how I reacted to politics. And what it did was I decided that Donald Trump, being president, was not going to change whether I could have a moment of joy, whether I was going to go to dinner that night, or whether I was not going to allow just the election of him to cloud everything in my life, because I was at a point in my life where I couldn't afford to let something that I could not control bury me. And thank God I made that decision, because in that moment I stopped watching all major news channels, except I still watch 60 Minutes programming on CBS, because I'm like an old soul and I love their shows they do and the topic. I used to watch Rachel Maddow and Chris Hayes and Chris Matthews for years, for decades. I changed that, and I started to change then when I wasn't poisoned by overindulging in media and being consumed by the narrative of the moment that day, decided by people in some office at Fox News or wherever it is. I decided I was going to be honest about all future associations with candidates, and my political views were not going to be based in just party, because the Democratic Party at times I think is not liberal enough. At times I think it needs to be realistic about conservative issues, and I'm really not either a Democrat or a Republican. I pretty much always, I can't imagine not voting for a Democrat over a Republican. It changed everything about me in terms of how I see the world, in terms of the socio-political landscape. And in this moment, we're in the Democratic primary leading to what the election will be in November against Donald Trump. The way I view the candidates is different. In my former view, I would have brought Joe Biden up in my mind because of his association just with Barack Obama, and that's just standing next to the identity politician I'm talking about. So Barack Obama's blackness and all that was and all it said, just the association with Joe Biden and Joe Biden's experience, like Hillary's experience, would have made me choose Joe Biden. That's all changed. I don't not like Joe Biden. I don't think that he is someone with sinister ways or someone that would be bad for the country. I think there are people more right for the country than where we are in this moment. It's just realistic. Again, would I want a woman to be commander-in-chief of the armed forces? Yes, but not at the expense of what's actually right for the people.